Hello, I'm Sophie, Millionaire Mum, and as usual, today is Monday and I'm bringing you my bit of Monday motivation. If you are going through a tough time at the moment, then this video really is for you. I'm going to share with you what you can do to push through the hard times. I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, I'll share a little secret with you. Last week, I really had a few really difficult days where I felt like I was hitting rock bottom, really. I get this occasionally, okay? This is not new. Nothing particular happened. But occasionally, there's like a wave that hits me like a truck, right? and I feel, I'm kind of like knocked off balance. Suddenly, things seem really, really hard. And in particular, my online business feels really hard. But generally, my life seems overwhelming, right? Can you relate? Does that happen to you? If that happens to you, make sure you let me know in the comments, okay? Just let me know in the comments. So this is what happened to me last week. I suddenly, for some reason, had a really bad day where I felt that everything I needed to do in my online business and in my life at home with my children, with my family, it just felt overwhelming. I just suddenly felt, how on earth can I cope with this, right? There's so much to do. Will I ever manage to carry on? And will I ever make it online, make it big time? Of course I'm making sales. Of course I have moderate success, but you know, my aim is to make it big time. My aim is to have a big YouTube channel, to be known, to change the world, to make a difference, right? And at times I believe this is happening even as I speak. And other times I feel, oh my goodness, this is just never going to happen. This is too hard, right? So I know many online entrepreneurs hit those moments. In fact, probably many people generally, not only online, and probably many people, whatever they're trying to build, right? When you have something, a dream that you are trying to achieve, that you are building up, that you are following, at times it's hard and at times you hit discouragement. So I want to share with you 5 things that really help me, okay, in those times, that help me push through. And before I share those, I will just tell you something. They say that, you know, out of 100 people, 99 will quit and 1 will carry on and succeed and make it, right? So most of the time I believe I'm in that 1% that's going to make it, because I don't ever give up. But at times I suddenly think, oh my goodness, I'll probably be in that 99% and I'll give up. So what helps me be in that 1%? That's what I want to share with you in this video. And that's what I want to share it with you, to make sure that you will also be in that 1%. So let's begin, and I've saved the best tip to last. Okay, so make sure you stay on this video and you watch it until last. Tip number 1. Tell someone, okay? If you share a problem, they say in England, at least in the UK, they say a problem shared is a problem halved. As soon as you tell someone, even though you might feel shy, you might be embarrassed, but as soon as you tell someone, probably the pressure is going to go down, okay? Tell someone you trust. Tell someone you know is going to be supportive. Of course, don't tell someone who's going to tell you, you know, oh, this is never going to work anyway, of course. But, you know, reach out to someone who you know is going to be supportive. And that, I'm sure, will help you. That was my tip number 1. Tip number 2. Remember, recall, you know, refresh your memory. Remember other tough times that you've gone through, either in your online business or in the, you know, in your journey towards this dream that you're trying to make come true, or other times in your life that have been tough, that you've pushed through anyway, and that you have come out feeling better and achieving what it is you wanted to achieve, okay? This is a big thing that helps me. I've been through very tough times in my life. In fact, times when I didn't even literally think I would survive. I mean, and I'm not saying this lightly. I remember walking in the streets of London and thinking, what am I, what is going to be the way that I'm going to kill myself? I'm not just saying this is true. And what kept me going in those times was thinking of the people I was going to hurt, okay? So I just pushed myself not to do what it was that I wanted to do to kill myself. And I walked home and I spent another night, and then the next morning I woke up feeling a little bit better. And I did this every single day, and until I finally found the help that I needed, and until I got better, okay? So remembering those times, remembering the strength that I had at that time, which was, hanging on to these few people who I knew loved me and who I knew would be really hurt if I did end it all, and knowing I had the strength to do that at that time, that helps me nowadays think, okay, you survived then when it was a lot harder, and you're going to be okay. Does that make sense? So, think to whatever you did in another time that was difficult. It doesn't have to be as tragic as what I just told you about me, but a time when it was tough, when you thought you were not going to make it, but you pushed yourself to make it anyway. You found a way to keep going, and you made it. So think of those times and do the same thing, okay? That's my tip number 2. Tip number 3 is a little bit similar. Tip number 3 is, remember, when you're going through hell, don't stop, okay? This saying I find is very motivating to me, okay? When you're in a bad situation, when you're in a difficult time, if you stop, then, now is not the moment to stop. Because if you stop when you're feeling discouraged, then you're going to stay with this discouraged feeling, with this feeling of failure, okay? So keep moving on until you get out of the tunnel. And then when you feel better, you can decide whether it's good or not to stop, okay? But never make the decision to quit when you're having a bad time, okay? Because that will leave a bad taste in your mouth, really, okay? You can decide to quit if you're having a really good day and you think, okay, this is not really for me. That to me is different. But if you're going through a really tough time, that is definitely not the time to stop, okay? I hope this makes sense. This is my tip number 3. Tip number 4 is don't fight the feelings. Now, this is something I learned in my psychology training, okay? The more you fight something, the more it's present, okay? Things usually pass faster if you let them be, okay? If you're feeling discouraged, you're feeling sad, you're feeling, I want to stay polite, okay? But if you're feeling in a really bad place, I know this sounds crazy maybe, but try to look at this feeling, try to let it live, try to think, how can I look after this feeling? How can I be kind to this feeling? And usually, strangely enough, if you stop fighting it, it goes away faster than if you keep thinking, no, I'm not feeling like that, I'm not. And actually, that, for some reason, makes it stay longer, okay? Let it come out, have a good cry, hit that pillow, write it down, write how awful you feel, or go on camera, if you go, if like me, you go live on Facebook, go live on Facebook and tell the world how bad you're feeling, okay? I did that, and that made me feel a lot better. But if you feel shy of doing that, you can take your phone, you can record a video, of just you talking to yourself and saying how hard it is and how awful it is. And I bet you'll feel better afterwards. Do whatever you need to let this live. express it, give it a voice, and then I bet you'll feel better. Okay, that's my tip number 4. Don't fight it. Now for my best tip, my tip number 5. Remember your why. Okay, if you don't know what your why is, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say this, then below this video, I am going to put a little document that you can click the link, you can get it for free. It explains a bit about what is your why and how you can find out what is your why, okay? It's a very good exercise to do. I'll probably do a video about it in the near future. But if you know what your why is, if you've done this exercise before, then you know what I'm talking about, okay? Connect with this. Why are you doing what you are doing? What motivates you? What got you fired up in the first place? What pushed you to do what you're doing in the first place? Why is it so important to you? And that is going to give you the strength to go on, okay? I know what my why is. And in those moments when I feel really down, when I feel really discouraged, I think, I can't let that why down. I can't give up on this first huge reason that made me do what I'm doing now, okay? That is really, really powerful, okay? So as I said, if you want to know how to find what your why is, well, if you want to know what I'm talking about when I say you find your why, if you want to know a technique of how to find what your why is, just click the link below this video and get my little guide for free, okay? I'm very happy to share that with you. Now, this is the end of my motivation video. Honestly, I'm really glad I kept pushing, because really my bad moment of discouragement lasted, not even 12 hours. It was a few hours. I did what I just shared with you, and I felt better. And the next day I woke up feeling really, really much better. Okay, so even though it feels terrible, it rarely lasts that long, okay? So I'm really glad today I feel all fired up again and all positive and all energetic, and that's great. I hope this video helps you if you are hitting, a difficult moment. I hope it helps you in the future. You can come back to it if you hit a difficult moment later on. Please give the video a like. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the video. I'm a very, very busy mum. I work online, I make money online, and this channel is all about bringing you, the tools, the tutorials, the courses, the mindset that you need to be successful online, to make it online. If you need any help with that, there are a lot of resources in the description of this video. Make sure you check the other videos in my channel. I have a whole playlist on mindset. I have a playlist on tutorials. I have product reviews. I have many resources on this channel, which I hope will help you. If you have any questions as well, please comment below. As soon as I see the comment, I will reply and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next Monday. Make sure you tune in Monday morning. The video goes out my next motivation video. Bye for now.